Morning. 8 years ago, I set myself a challenge. I wanted to walk from Munich, which is in the south of Germany, to Hamburg, which is in the north of Germany, to have a chat with a man called Dr. Peter Figger. The challenge was called I Walk for Dr. Peter Figger, and I failed. That's the press talking about my failed. And the fact that I failed bugs me every single day. Every day. It haunts me, it taunts me, it bugs me, I hate the fact that I failed. It's the single biggest failure of my career, and I know that the LinkedIn gang loves failure, loves the struggle, but that, it really hurts. But that was then, and this is now. 8 years ago, I was in a bad place, very unhappy, ill prepared for the challenge of walking those 800 kilometers. Fast forward to now, and I'm in a better place, I'm happier, I'm self-employed and doing the kind of work that I should be doing and the kind of work that I love.
Thank you very much.
I feel happy and I feel inspired, and I'm being inspired from people from all over the world. And one man in particular has been inspiring me since January this year is Casey Neistat.
So, summer is nearing its unwelcomed end.
Now, Casey is an incredible creator, a filmmaker, sportsman, athlete, artist, nutter. Two of his films have really influenced my thinking this year. The first one is this.
Do what you can't.
And the second one is this.
People who say it can't be done should not interrupt those who are doing it.
Now, both of those things have kind of bled their way into all of the work that I'm creating at the moment. There's one thing that Casey's done this year which has completely blown my mind. He ran the sum total of 4 marathons in a week.
Sunday until Saturday, in 7 days, try to run the equivalent of 4 marathons. That is 104.8 miles. Victory is mine, I did it. 4 marathons, 7 days.
Now that's the sum of 4 marathons in 1 week. And he runs them. Now, I don't run, I walk. I like to walk. Even though that Hamburg walk was a failed walk, I still like to walk. I said to my wife last Saturday, darling, I'm going to walk the sum total of 4 marathons next week. She said, rules. Marcus always needs rules. So here are the rules. I gave myself to try and walk the sum total of 4 marathons in 7 days. These are the rules. Here they are, very simple rules. 6 on this one, but there's a 7th rule. Sunday with a huge walk, minimum 52 kilometer walk, 52 kilometers. And then finish it with a big one, minimum of 52 kilometers. So we've got like a marathon, mega marathon sandwich, and then split the rest into 13 kilometer chunks throughout the week. And that leads us to rule number 7. Rule number 7 is a very important rule. It's not allowed to get in the way of work. Client work is sacred. So that was the plan. How did it go? Well, let's have a look. Day 1. Day 1, long, fun walk with the wife along the river Isar, which flows all the way through Munich and down to the Alps, all the way to Wolfratshausen, and then we walked all the way back up again. It was a glorious day, a little bit chilly, but there was a lot of sun, and we finished up with 52.5 kilometers. Boom!
So, day 2, starting at the Viktualienmarkt.
Day 2 was a beautiful cold day. The blue sky, crisp, not a lot going on, early-ish start, and then made my way around the city, enjoying the sights, enjoying the people, enjoying the weather. It was just I was wearing jeans and a Barber jacket and a scarf, for heaven's sake. No sports there. What did I do? 13.7 kilometers. Boom. Day 3. Now, I'm going to be honest with you here. Day 3 was not a good day. So I got up very, very early in the morning and planned in a 1.5 hour walk to a meeting that I was going to have over the west side of the city. It was a chilly morning. It was dark. It was grey. It was overcast. I was looking forward to the meeting, so that kind of pushed me on. And then I realised...
So I've just realised that I'm actually wearing my wife's shoes. They're not my shoes. They're Bernadette's shoes.
Which was stupid, but never mind, we have the same size feet. Got to where we're supposed to have the meeting, stopped the thing. What did we have? 7.9 kilometres. Nice. The meeting was over, done, great meeting. It was lovely seeing you again, meeting person. But then I got to walk all the way back. Now, I made a fatal mistake during the meeting. I had a black coffee. And that black coffee started to take its toll. And then the cramps set in. And they got worse, and they got worse. And I had to stop because I had an emergency. So I had to stop the app, and we stopped at 6.1, which meant that even though I had a very, very close call with my trouser problem, a sum total for the day of 14 kilometres.
And we're off again.
So day 4 started off early again. Realised that having walks and meetings and things was not a good idea. So I decided to get all my walking in one chunk for the rest of the week, always before any work that needed to be done. Better idea. Right, it was a very, very windy day. I was expecting a lot of rain. Didn't happen. There was a real kind of Twin Peaks feeling about where I was walking. It was early, it was windy, it was glorious. And it was about 3/4 of the way through that walk, I think I may have experienced something which runners call runner's high.
I'm having more fun with this than I think I'm supposed to.
Which I'm calling walker's high, and it was incredible because I felt elated all of a sudden while all this wind was going on around me. I really, really enjoyed the walk. It was incredible. And by the time I got home, we clocked up a sum total of 15.3 kilometres. Thank you very much for asking.
Thursday, 7:15. Here we go.
Day 5, I was feeling invigorated on day 5. I got up very, very early. There was a beautiful full moon. It was such an incredible morning. The moon, the atmosphere down by the river. I was down by the River Isar again. I decided to walk into town. The sunrise was gorgeous. The whole feeling with the birds and with the bird song and the crows and the swans and it was just an amazing experience.
5.5 kilometres. I've just walked over 100 kilometres this week. That's nuts.
And then you kind of move from that peace and quiet into the hubbub of the city and the noise and the other people and the traffic, the stupidity of traffic. So I turned around and walked all the way back again as fast as I could, and
that's exactly where I started.
17 kilometres.
Friday, 7:06.
Day 6. Got off to a good start, nice and early, really, really dark, walking past the Maximilian, up the river and into town again. It was an overcast day, a bit of a gloomy day, but as the sun slowly started to come up, there was again, I had this really weird walker's high feeling, and I got a bit teary down by the lake. But pushed on, walked all the way back. Up through the town again, through all of these beautiful things that you can see within the city of Munich. Back up, past the Maximilian, stop at
15.1 kilometers and stop. Final walk. 6:40. What was that? 6:54. There we go. Job done. Off we go.
So, and that leads us now to day 7, which was yesterday. Day 7 started about 5 in the morning. We drove all the way down, 20 minutes. We drove to Lake Starnberg, and we decided, because Bernie's back with me on track again, we decided that we were going to walk all the way around Lake Starnberg. Now, we're not the first people to do this, and we won't be the last people to do this, but I can tell you now, we're never doing it again. The whole walk was basically about two things. It was about the torrential rain that never stopped.
It's now been raining for how many hours, darling? 8. 8 hours of non-stop rain.
And the seemingly endless tarmac, which was killing our Achilles tendons. So we battled on, focused on the thing, and it became actually, it wasn't as hard as maybe.
I'm in the office telling you all that this was really easy. I'm lying.
Well, okay, it was as hard as we thought it would be. We thought. So the expectation was that energy levels would start quite high, and by the time we got to here, my energy levels would be quite low. That was the expectation.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yes, I was absolutely shattered. But have fun with it. We enjoyed it. It was good. Step for step by step, we just walked around Lake Starnberg. And Bernie hit her second marathon.
This woman has just walked 2 marathons this week. Yeah. 52.
And by the end of the day, I reached the car, pressed the button.
So here we are, where we started this morning, and it's finished. 51.8. Thank you.
And had the sum total of 179.4 kilometers, which is 4.25 marathons in 1 week.
So I did it.
But more impressive for me than that was that Mrs. Brown, even though this had nothing to do with her, she walked a sum total of 104.3 kilometers, which is 2.5 marathons. And this brings me to my actual point of this video. I've buried the Hamburg walk. It's done and dusted. It won't niggle or make fun of me anymore. I simply don't care. I've proven to myself over the last 4 years that I'm capable of doing this kind of thing. And it's not really a struggle, and it's certainly got nothing to do with a hustle. It's just the blind, pig-headed belief that I can do this kind of stuff. But the real challenge and the difference between the Hamburg walk and what's happened this week is to find somebody who's crazy enough to do all of this stuff with me and to support me. And
we're idiots. We're having a lot of fun.
Yay!
And I think I have.